She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as she stays with me. She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as I stay queen. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Just like Payback, I'm gonna try to do some No Mercy pay-per-views. I know I did 2 Payback pay-per-view reviews, but No Mercy's coming out on the 30th, so check that out when it happens. The predictions with Bills of Fury. So yeah, I figured let's start off with the first No Mercy pay-per-view. No, not the one in England. One that had started in October 17th, 1999 in Cleveland, Ohio. That was a really good show, and once again, and I keep mentioning this, but 1999 was quite possibly one of my favorite years personally. I can't say it was the best year for WWF, but it was, in my opinion, one of the best in my pick. So anyways. Start off with Godfather versus Mideon. Mideon, it's funny how you go from Mideus Godwin to Mideon, and you had Visser in his corner. This match was pretty cool. And yeah, just knowing what a good wrestler he was, kind of, you don't think about that very much, but Godfather picked up the win, celebrating with the hose afterwards, and I think that Charles Wright also is one of the best wrestlers, gimmick wrestlers at that. I mean, you go from Soul Taker to Papa Shango to the Godfather, and so on and so forth. And yeah, there's the other guy. But this was a good match. Then we go to the Fabulous Moolah with Mae Young, and he takes on Ivory, who's the women's champion. This was an interesting time because you always see the old wrestlers come back, the legends, if you will, and it's one of those things too where it was like, Fabulous Moolah was very controversial. We didn't know that at the time, but she had been the women's champion in the past a few times, actually, wrestling since the 50s. But this was a good match too, and surprisingly enough, Fabulous Moolah ended up picking up the win and would have around it for a while. Like Ivory might have gotten it back, I can't remember. We have a take team match. You got the Hollies, Crash and Hardcore versus the New Age Outlaws. This match started on the outside. It's really, really, really good match. I mean, those two take teams were two of the best at that time, and I mean, obviously we know Billy Gunn is in All Elite Wrestling now, and Jesse James, Brian Armstrong being in still the WWF or WWE headquarters, an agent. So this was a really good match, and Yeah, the Hollies picked up the win, but then were attacked by the New Age Outlaws afterwards. This match. Good housekeeping match for the Intercontinental title. Something you won't get away with today in WWF. You got Jeff Jarrett, who plays the old school Southern women belong in the kitchen. That famous line was, good for baby making and cook, whatever the fuck it was. Anyways, he challenged Chyna to a match. She wanted the Intercontinental title. He wanted to do a good housekeeping match. This went on for weeks. This match finally happens. They used everything, and Jeff hits Chyna with a guitar, gets the 3 count. You think he's gonna win, so he goes down the aisle with the title, and Miss Kitty and Teddy Long, who ref the match, was like, no, you used an object that wasn't a kitchen appliance, so therefore you have to back into the ring and restart the match. And so that happens, and yeah, somehow Chyna picked up the win, becoming the first and only woman to be the Intercontinental Champion. In fact, yeah, you got the first woman to become the Intercontinental Champion, one of 3 who entered the Men's Royal Rumble. Like, Johnny Lauria was like a real trailblazer, a trendsetter, as a female, not only female, but professional wrestler, and that was pretty cool. And yeah, I know I harped on Tessa Blanchard when she was the first Impact main title for the men, and she was the first woman to win that title, so to speak. So yeah, I mean, once again, I know I brought that up a while ago. Do I still feel the same? Or kind of. But at the same time, it was also a moment in time that made history. But it is what it is. And the British Bulldog. It's actually pretty cool to see this match, because kind of forget that Davey Boy Smith and The Rock ever touched in the ring. Same thing with Bret. I never really remember seeing Bret Hart and The Rock face each other. So, I mean, this match was pretty cool. You kind of thought that Bulldog was going to win, but The Rock had beat him, and this match was actually pretty good, but I don't know how many other matches they had prior to this. You thought Bulldog was going to win too. And it's a shame that, once again, me thinking that he should have had the WWF title at some point in his career. I mean, if he would have kept his nose clean, for the most part, and also you gotta look at the fact that his back injury started after that match at War Games. So imagine, here's a guy that had everything, injured his back, and depended on prescription pills and whatever he did. I don't know what the whole story is. I mean, I just wish that Davey Boy Smith got that title. He was the Intercontinental Champion, a Tag Team Champion, and the European Champion, but, it kind of sucks. Jeff Hardy with Gangrel, who took on Edge and Christian. And this was a ladder match for the services of Terry Reynolds and $100,000. I'll put it here. Obviously, I don't know math, so I do remember this quite well. I know that it started out, I think Terry was their manager, then it was Michael Hayes, then they turned heel and went on to Gangrel's The New Breed, which I thought Edge and Christian were much better at, but again, this match, you talk about their ladder matches at WrestleMania 16 and 17. Well, 17 was the first TLC, and then you have the match with the Dudleys and the Hardys. It was actually the first ever TLC match at SummerSlam, so this match was actually very good, and I mean, there's a lot of high spots, obviously, with the ladder. But yeah, the New Brood picked up the win, and I wish I could tell you what else happened with that. I don't think they stayed with Terry very long, though. Yeah, she didn't last that long. I think it was another year. I know she was in PMS with Jacqueline and I think Sable. We'll have to look at that. We have Peter Barzo, Val Venus versus Mankind. This was awesome because Val looked really vicious in this match. He did a high knee to Mankind. Just did pulled out all the stops, but well, he missed a money shot. Val Venus picked up the win, actually. So yeah, he did miss a money shot though. I'm trying to, I watched the video. Defeating the Acolytes and Kane for a Corners elimination match, and how agile Jacobs was. I mean, it's kind of cool to see a big man like Paul White even be athletic, and I think Glenn really pulled it off well in this match. Of course, eventually he would be teaming with X-Pac, and so I mean, can't remember if this was before or after. I know I was in grade 10 when this happened, so if I remember, it was camp. I think they became a take team. Match for the WWF title, Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and these two went all over the place. Just down the aisle, on top of the stage. The guardrail was used at one point, like actually physically used. Even have Stone Cold hit a suplex to Triple H, but to no avail. Basically, Triple H got the win, retaining the WWF title. I mean, it had a really good feud. It just I'm not sure, it was interesting to me because the 3 Stages of Hell match was good too. Everything that they did. And it's a shame, we talk about The Rock and Triple H. It's a shame that Steve Austin and Triple H never had their WrestleMania match one-on-one. But this was a good show. I know I botched a lot of it too. I tried to watch and absorb everything, but this was a good match. And this was also a good show. And I will try to do more of these. I will do one more at least. So, we'll see. Anyways, talk to you later. Bye. You had the No Holds Barred match for the WWF title, Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and these two went all over the place. Just down the aisle, on top of the stage. You know, the guardrail was used at one point, like actually physically used. Even have Stone Cold hit a super plex to Triple H, but to no avail. Basically, you know, Triple H got the win, retaining the WWF title. I mean, they had a really good feud. It just kind of, I'm not sure, it kind of really, it was interesting to me because the 3 stages of Hell match was good too. Everything that they did. And it's a shame, you know, we talk about The Rock and Triple H. It's a shame that Steve Austin and Triple H never had their WrestleMania match one-on-one. But this was a good show. I know I botched a lot of it too. Like I tried to watch and absorb everything, but this was a good match. And this was also a good show. And I will try to do more of these. I mean, I will do one more, at least. So, we'll see. Anyways, talk to you later. Bye.
Anymore. So you know that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. I don't think that's the case at all. If you look at some of his earlier interviews, like